Welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at the Nyxi Wizard controller. Now this is a monster, like this is huge. Anyway, this might be the most coolest controller in my collection because, well, as you can see, it's based off of a GameCube controller. So I just want to say thank you to Nyxi for sending me a review unit of this controller. You guys are amazing and I really appreciate it. I will leave a link in the description to Nyxi's website where you can buy the controller, because that's where you can buy them from, their website. Now, before I get this review underway, I actually never owned a GameCube, so I don't have all this nostalgia for a GameCube controller. However, I have played GameCubes at friends' houses, and so I'm no stranger to this controller, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I don't have all this nostalgia for the controller, but yeah, let's just talk about it. So there are a lot of controllers available from Nintendo themselves or third parties like Nyxi. So is this controller worth your hard-earned money in 2024? Simple answer, yes. It's not only comfortable, but it's super aesthetically pleasing, especially if you have a love for retro gaming. First things first, the size of this thing. It's huge. In fact, I think it's bigger than the original GameCube controllers. This to me is not an issue because my hands are pretty big. This controller felt really comfortable and I never got a single hand cramp from it, which when I play my regular Joy-Cons, sometimes my hands feel a little bit crampy. And like, have a look at the size difference. So I'm going to unplug this side of the Joy-Con and it's literally just like a regular Joy-Con. So you press this and you just lift it up, as you can see. Now, look at the size difference on this thing. Look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're huge. The buttons on this thing feel really nice and clicky, and they also sound nice and clicky. But most importantly, they feel durable, like they won't die and break on me after a few gaming sessions. Aesthetic-wise, this is beautiful. I got this in the original purple GameCube color, but it also comes in black, orange, and silver. The buttons here also light up on the main A, B, Y, and X buttons with a LED light, which also looks quite nice. Using this thing in docked mode is like using it as a regular controller. It connects pretty easily and feels great. However, I didn't really use docked mode all that much with this controller because, well, I use handheld a lot. Now, before I forget, this has motion controls, which is nice, and also it has the vibrations, which is also really nice. Also, if you have a Switch Lite, this can still be for you, as it connects to the Switch Lite, the normal Switch, and the Switch OLED. Using this in handheld mode feels amazing, and it turns the Switch into an absolute beast. It's huge. It's pretty simple to connect in handheld. Just press the buttons on the back as I showed you before, slide them off of the middle piece of the controller. I guess you call it like the bridge piece. It's this piece here, and slide them onto the Switch and you're good to go. So these charge when the Switch is docked. You can charge them individually through this part here, the top here, the USB-C, or individually through here. Now, some people have said that this is too big in handheld mode, but I honestly love it because, like I said, I have huge hands, so this was really nice and comfortable for me. And each controller fits nice and snug into the sides of the Switch, so it feels really supported. And this middle part here, the bridge, there's no wobbling or anything. I've used some other third-party controllers, and it feels really wobbly when it's connected to its own bridge, which is, you know, I'm happy to report this is nice and sturdy. However, if I did have to critique it, I feel like pulling them on and off of this actual bridge here, it actually feels a little too tight and like you got to use a bit more force than maybe is what I thought would be necessary. And same thing with putting them on and off the Switch. You got to use a bit more force than what I thought would be necessary. So with the Joy-Cons, they are renowned for having stick drift and needing to be replaced, which sucks. However, Nyxi has claimed this controller will not drift due to the sticks being Hall effect sticks. Hall effect joysticks use magnets and electrical conductors to detect inputs and movement, and with there being no contact between the components, the possibility of wear and stick drift is reduced, and it also makes movement with the joysticks really accurate. So speaking of joysticks, they are customizable too, which is nice and easy to change out. So as you can see, it comes pre-installed with these, octagon, circles, but you can pull this out and it comes with circle replacements that you can switch in and out. Now, speaking of customizations, the back buttons are programmable, which means you can program them to do certain commands in games. Now, if you have smaller hands, this controller may not be for you, as it increases the length and weight of the Switch in handheld mode quite noticeably. Also, because this is so big in handheld mode, it kind of takes away from the portability aspect. It won't fit into a regular Switch case, but to my knowledge there are some Nyxi cases available, and it doesn't fit as well into a pocket or backpack depending on the size of the bag. Also, the plastic that this is made out of, it could feel a little bit more sturdy. I guess the plastic feels a little bit hollow, but it doesn't take away from the overall feeling of the really nice controller. Like, it still feels quality, but maybe in a next iteration they can use a bit more of a better feeling plastic. If you're a Switch lover, a retro enthusiast, or a GameCube diehard fan, this controller is definitely for you. It's a novelty item that works incredibly well, and for the price of $69.99 plus shipping, I think you are making a good purchase with this controller. I don't think it is a waste of money. So that is my review for the Nyxi Wizard. Have you guys used this controller? Do you like it? Why not? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and just share this video around. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Nyxi, thank you again. Everybody, I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.